was very fortunate to be in grad school where I was at the time in the 80s because there were both a lot of smart faculty hanging around at that school at the time, but also we had the Center for Advanced Study where smart people would come in for a year at a time. And I managed to have lunch with these folks and be part of their seminars. So I don't know if there's an easy, you can recognize that turn of mind by talking to somebody, by having lunch with them and just see what they talk about. If they're sort of complaining about teaching, then, maybe you're not going to learn a lot from them. If they're sort of talking about ideas, then this is someone to talk to. I guess a feature that I'd look for is it really helps to talk to people who have really different backgrounds or approaches from you. So some of my most valuable colleagues, especially when I was a junior faculty member, were people that did research completely unlike mine. And so it was like, people who were studying negotiation and decision making, which was, other end of the spectrum from what I did, but they were smart and they were reasonable and they knew what a good argument was. And I realized that if I could speak to them, if I could talk to Max Bazerman and make an argument and give evidence that he found persuasive, then I had won. So it wasn't that I was convinced that I was talking to the other cult members that did what I do. I was talking to someone who's just a really smart person with standards. And so smart people who care about ideas, but they're in computer science or they're sort of in a different field from you, walking them through the journey, if they can be generous enough to sort of step through your argument with you, you can learn a lot from them. Like smarts is just a generic thing, I think. And if you get smart people who are generous, then they don't really need to be your nearest neighbor intellectually or co-authors. They just need to be able to sort of play along with the gag.